Hello, good morning or good evening. Thank you so much for joining the webinar today. This is 𝗟𝗘𝗧𝗦𝗧 from MassMailer. Today I'm going to show you how to send test email in MassMailer. There are a couple of ways to do it. So as I mentioned, there are two ways that you could actually send out a test email before you actually launch your campaign. One is from the MassMailer template builder. So if you are building a template and you don't want to really do a campaign yet, and you just want to send out a test email to make sure the template is actually looking good. So we have a feature on the template builder through which you can actually send out test email. Also, when you're actually running a campaign or a mass email, sending a mass email, then you could finally, when you go to the review page, you have an option to send a test email before you actually launch the campaign. That way you could actually figure out if there's any issues with the template or how it is looking and size and colors and everything you can review, and then you can actually launch. But ideally you would always want to do it from the template builder for the template once, and then campaign as well. Sometimes you want to make sure everything is going nicely. So send a test email before you actually launch. And in the the email dialog rather. So there are multiple options available. I'm actually going to go through that. So you have an option to select who the sender is and who the recipient is, and some information about the recipient as well, delivery information. You also have to select a test record as well. So I'll show you all those options. Here is an example how the send test, the dialog box would look like. It's almost similar in both options. They also could either do it from template builder or the MassMailer outreach wizard. Okay, let's take a look at it quickly. So let's say you go to your template builder under MassMailer Lightning app, and then you already have a template maybe, or you in the process of creating one. So once you have saved your template, so for example, this is my template, and it would have some example layout, as you can see. And if I wanted to add a merge field, I can. For example, if I want to say contact first name, I can do that as well by selecting a merge field. Copy paste that value, right? And then basically save this. I'm just going to go save and save to Salesforce. So you always want to do this. Click on save and save to Salesforce, and then click on the send test button. So that will actually let you send a test email. So I'm going to go click on the send test. As you can see, you have the sender information, the recipient information, the delivery options, right? So let's say this is coming from, I would just say my email address. And then the recipient who is receiving it, I'm gonna enter a different email there. And I need to select what object you're trying to send these emails to. I am gonna enter. Okay, so I would just go select one of the contacts there, a test contact. So this is mandatory. We actually do not send emails to the test record, just to let you know. It is only to merge any dynamic fields into that email template. So it's mandatory. That's the record that we have in context when you're sending out an email. And you got the delivery options, non-transactional, transactional. I'm sure you're familiar with this. Non-transactional meaning there's going to be a unsubscribe link. Transactional meaning there is no unsubscribe link. So I kept everything default. So all I did was I just changed the from name reply to, and also the recipient who is going to receive. You can have multiple people as comma separated values. That's possible, and a test record. And I kept the default values for the delivery options. So if I just go click on the send test. That would send a test email to me. That's how simple it is to actually send out a test email. The advantage is basically to make sure the layout is actually coming up nicely, right? And what's the other way? So you basically have, a mass email that you're trying to run. There are multiple ways to send it. Again, I'm just, in this example, I'm just showing it to you. The contacts tab. So from contacts, if you want to send an email, this is one way. So you created and selected that list view called 𝗖𝗎𝗔𝗍 test here in this case. And I'm sending an email, send me a MassMailer, and that'll take me to the MassMailer app. So this is basically, how to send a test email at the time of running a campaign, right? Or a mass email. So let's just quickly go through the steps, and I'll keep everything default for the sake of a demo. So I'm just going to go next step. So we got 4 people in that contact list view. So I'll just select some random template. And then okay, we go to the contact first name. We're going to go save this. Next step. Next again. Everything else I'm going to just keep as default. So whatever the email address is, that's the default value. That's fine. Just leave it. And I'm going to keep everything default again for the delivery options as well. Okay, let's go for a little bit of time. All right. And then finally, I would go ahead and click on the send test button before you actually launch. You want to click on the send test button. And here you can see it's asking who is the sender. Sorry, it's actually asking who do you want to send this email to. I would just enter my email address and send it, like select a test record. By default, it is showing me the email preference group option because when you're running a campaign, there are certain things that are already defaulted, such as who is the sender and stuff like that. So it's defaulting to all of that because we want to make sure that the send test is kind of mimicking what you have in the template, what you have in the campaign. So that's why you see lesser options here. It's more like dynamic in nature. So send test, all you need to do is click on the send test, and that will actually send an email, a test email. That's 2 ways to send out test email. Sure, I must have received these emails. I can check. So I received a demo email, as you can see. This is one, and then the other one as well. Save. So this is another one. So basically, I received 2 test emails, and this is what we really want you to understand, how to send out test emails using both the options. One is in the outreach, and the other one is in the template builder. Okay, that's about it. Any questions, anyone? You can type in if you have any questions. There's a chat window. It seems like no questions there. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much. This is a weekly webinar that we do it on every Thursday. We announce this in our social channels and also on our website, and also through the distribution list that we have, the email distribution list. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me or company email. And if you're new to MassMailer, you can also go for a trial from our website. Just go to massmailer.io and then click on the button called trial, and you can we can support you during the trial and get you onboarded. Once again, thank you so much for joining the webinar today. Appreciate it. Have a good day, a good evening, a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.